refreshing, expensive bottle of stuff. Oh, 10 out of 10. TikTok. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be recreating Madison Beer's Vogue makeup tutorial. I'm pretty sure that loads of people have done this video. I've seen it popping up all over my feed over the past couple of weeks. I think she posted this on the Vogue YouTube channel like a couple weeks back. Well, I mean, obviously she didn't personally post it, but Vogue posted it and a lot of people have been recreating it. I've done quite a lot of these videos in the past where I recreate celebrities' Vogue makeup tutorials, and I thought I would do Madison Beer's because let's face it, she's absolutely beautiful. Her makeup always looks flawless, so I want to see if I can take a little bit of what she's got and put it on my face. That would be great. If you like these kind of videos and you want to stick around and subscribe, press the subscribe button down below, turn on my notifications. That's not a notification, that's a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up too, that would be great. Thanks. Right, let's get into it. So Madison is going to have her little feature right here on the screen. I'm not going to do all of her skincare stuff, but she did do her whole skincare routine as well. I mean, her skin always looks really glowy and gorgeous, but I'm going to just jump in from when she starts doing her makeup. I don't have all of the exact same products, but I do have some things that she used, and I do also have some things that are very similar. So, okay, Madison, let's see if you can teach me to look like you.
First step of my makeup routine, which this is a very, very new thing I've initiated with my makeup. I've not always done this, and I'm obsessed with it. I used to have really out of control eyebrows, so I started waxing them, and I immediately made them way too thin for my own good, and then I started letting them grow out because any makeup artist I would work with would always be like, you have such great eyebrows, let them grow out. So I let them grow out, and now this amazing trend of soap brows, which whoever came up with that is genius. It's literally a block of soap. Take a spoolie brush, you really get the soap in there, just brush through your eyebrows. And again, I don't know if I do this right. I really like the way that it looks.
Okay, wait, let me just pause for a sec. Does she not have makeup on already? She looks like she's got eyeliner and mascara on. If those are her natural eyes, I am so incredibly jealous. I swear she's got like black eyeliner all in her waterline and stuff. Does she not? Is that just what she looks like without makeup? Because that's mad. Her eyebrows are amazing. By the way, I did actually tint my eyebrows before this video, but it's probably made my eyebrows a little bit more obvious, like the fact that they're not even. This one, decent shape. This one, accidentally shaved the end of it off a bit too much, so I'm not quite gonna get the same eyebrows as Madison. So I do actually have the soap brows. This is literally just a block of soap in a tin, and she uses a little spoolie and some setting spray just to kind of, what am I trying to say? Wet the soap. Oh, this stuff smells so nice. I don't have the Cordially spray that she uses, but this Amora-Vixa Queen of Hungry Mist is a very similar sort of thing. It's not like a setting spray. It's more of like a refreshing, expensive bottle of stuff. Right, so I'm just gonna rub my brush into the soap. Why does mine look so lumpy? I think I used a bit too much setting spray, but whatever. Also, it's so interesting to see how these celebrities do their makeup different to me, because obviously everyone has got a different makeup routine, and I never would normally do my eyebrows first just because I find that I then get like foundation in them and it kind of changes the color of them and stuff. But okay, wow, this has made my eyebrows look very thick, which are quite, big lump of soap. But you know what? Just gonna press them down so they kind of stay in that shape. I actually kind of love how my eyebrows look right now. I mean, this one could do with the tail being extended a little bit, but I really like that. But this is the type of thing that I can only do when my brows are freshly tinted, so that's why I did that before this video. Moving on.
And now I'm really into the soap brows. I don't really use foundation technically. It's a skin tint is what it's called.
Skin tint, okay, cool. She's using the Glossier skin tint.
It's supposed to even out your skin tone. I actually really like the way it looks. Also, yes, I know I aggressively beat my face when I'm doing this, but...
Okay. So I can do that. I don't have the Glossier skin tint, but I do have the Morphe one, which I think is kind of supposed to be a dupe. The packaging looks very similar. And I actually really like this Morphe skin tint. This was launched as part of like the Charlie and Dixie sort of collab. I've got the shade Hint of Pecan, and it's actually a really nice skin tint. So I'm also going to aggressively beat my face like Madison does. By the way, if you're wondering where my t-shirt is from, it's from my Skinny Dip collab, and I believe they've got a sale on at the moment, and I think this is still available. So let me just check. Did she put the dropper directly on her face? She didn't show her like actually putting the product wherever she put it. I'm not going to drip it on my face today because whenever I do that, a lot of people scream at me in the comments. Which, can somebody please tell me, right? With droppers like this for foundation and stuff, what difference is it if I put this dropper on my face? Like, what's the difference between me doing that and me putting a concealer wand on my face? Surely it's exactly the same thing. And like, I've got a clean face right now. I've been and washed it. So why does everyone get so aggressive over the fact that I put a dropper on my skin? I don't know. Somebody please enlighten me in the comments. So I've just put some on the back of my hand actually, and then I'm just gonna beat my face with this like Madison did in her video. Oh, I forgot that I've already done my eyebrows. Do you see what I mean? Because normally I would just go over my eyebrows with my foundation, and I've just got some in my eyebrow. But I do actually really appreciate how Madison isn't scared to come on camera with her natural skin. Let me just give my eyebrows another brush through because I kind of moved them a little bit.
Okay, so next up is the Lord and Savior of concealers, which is the Nars Creamy Concealer. I've been using these forever. I used to have eyelash extensions, and I used to just not really care to wear makeup because that felt makeup-y to me enough. So I didn't really wear any makeup. I actually, 99% to be completely honest, 99% of my days I don't wear any makeup at all. I'm just too lazy, to be frank. But when I'm in the mood and I have time to do like a full face, okay, I will, because I like doing makeup.
That's a lot of concealer. That is a lot of concealer.
Custard, and then I use ginger as well. I use it for like more just covering my spots. And then I take a beauty blender and just blend that all in.
Okay, so she puts on quite a lot of concealer. I've got the Nars Creamy Concealer. I've got the shade 2.5 Creme Brulee. This is going to be a little bit light for me, but I don't have a darker shade. So she really brings it like up close to her under eye. She put quite a lot on. I feel like you have to dip your thing in about 10 times to actually get the amount of coverage or like the amount of product out that you want. Does anyone else find that, or is it just me? She did a little bit down her nose and then like loads on her forehead. But she was just saying that she doesn't really wear that much makeup. Honestly, like she doesn't need it. I think she is so naturally beautiful. I'm just going to put a little bit on the redness around my nose because I've got a little bit more redness than she does. And then I'm just going to blend this in. Okay, I thought that this was going to be too light for me, but I actually think it's a pretty good colour. So just ignore what I said about 5 minutes ago. Oh, I think I got it in my eyebrows again. How do people do this? I don't understand.
I think my pimples are usually male. I refer to a lot of things as she. These are he's.
I feel that. That is a mood.
I have concealer on, which I'm gonna have to accept this guy for what he is. I go in with the Charlotte Tilbury, I think they're called glow sticks, contour wands. I use it very sparingly because it a little goes a long way.
So she's using the Charlotte Tilbury contour stick. I don't have this, but something that is very similar and has a similar sort of applicator is the NYX Born to Glow Radiant Concealer, and I've got the shade Warm Caramel. You know what? I actually really do want to try the Charlotte Tilbury one because I think I would really like it. Okay, so she does a few dots here. Oh God, I don't want to get it in my hair. And then she does a couple dots in her cheeks.
So that's my cream contour. So I start with all cream-based products first. Again, this might be criminal and really wrong to do it this way, but this is the way that works for me, so this is the way that I do it.
You know what she's just said there? She says this might be criminal, not the way to do it. I think that if a makeup technique works for you and you're happy with doing it, just do it. Like, who really cares? It's your face. Also, I think that it is quite a normal thing to do. It's a very normal thing to do all your cream products first, so I don't see a problem with it. Cool, looking very glowy so far. I like it.
My favorite product in makeup, period, is blush. This is my favorite blush ever. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Blush.
I need to try this.
A lot of this stuff on, and people always ask me if there was one makeup product you could only use for the rest of your life, it would 100% be this. I don't care if I had pimples and no concealer, I would use blush.
That is a lot of blush.
I know it looks like a lot. Just please bear with me.
Okay, I'll bear with you, Madison.
I also completely blush up my nose like I'm a cartoon character. It gives me happiness.
Oh, I like that. Okay, so she uses a lot of cream blush. Again, don't have the Charlotte Tilbury one, but this is the Kiko Wonder Woman Power Flush Lip and Cheek Tint, and I've got the shade 03. Again, similar sort of concept. It's just a cream liquid blush. She did put a lot on, didn't she? And she put it like on the apples of her cheeks here, and then she put quite a lot on her nose. I am so desperate to powder my under eyes because my under eyes crease like a bitch, and hers just haven't, so I'm quite jealous. Oh, I'm gonna need more blush than this because she really blushes up her cheeks, and she puts a lot of blush like all the way over her nose, which I kind of love actually. I think it looks really cute. I also have got to say as well, I love her music so much. I think her album is amazing. All of the songs that she's released, she just released like bop after bop after bop. I love her. I think she's great. We have lots of blush. Moving on.
So now I'm gonna go in with powder.
Yes, thank you.
Weird order of operations is about to go down, just warning everybody. This is the Charlotte Tilbury powder, and I'm gonna just try to make that guy as chilled out as possible.
Okay.
It might not be possible. And I also only really powder under my eyes and in like my T-zone.
Okay. Cool, I can do that. So I do actually have this product, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. I've got the shade 1. I have actually hit pan on this. I really like it. It's a gorgeous powder. But I kind of just saved this for special occasions. I'm just patting out my creases, by the way. Oh, I've got so much lash glue left in my eyelashes. She said that she sets her under eyes and then she sets her T-zone. So I'm going to do the same. Thank God for a bit of powder. I'm also going to set my eyelids because they also crease like a bitch. Honestly, this powder is so nice. It just makes everything look flawless. I'm just going to take a little bit onto my forehead. I don't want to take away from the glow too much. I really like this so far. I love how glowy everything looks.
So now I'm moving on to my bronzer.
Cool.
I'm using the one and only Fenty Beauty, my queen, Rihanna's bronzer. And you can see how filthy this is. I use it all the time. And I'm just going to go in lightly. This is in the shade Private Island. Shout out to Ree for making the best makeup ever.
Rihanna does make good makeup.
And I don't really ever nose contour because, again, fearful of the unknown.
Oh, I just locked my phone. She doesn't really nose contour because, again, she's got a perfect nose. I mean, that's what she should have said.
I have no idea what I'm doing ever when it comes to that. But again, this is something my makeup artist has given me confidence over the past few years to be able to do. I do it very, very lightly.
Okay.
Because it still does scare me. I use a brush like this, and I just will get in there, and I'll just do a tiny, tiny bit on either side of my nose, and I will look very awkward and concentrated while I do so.
She's got such a perfect nose.
I think it was Kim Kardashian I saw do this one time, and it blew my mind.
Okay, that's cool. So she does some bronzer. I don't have the Fenty one, but I do have this Urban Decay one, which looks like a similar sort of colour. It's the Beached bronzer in the shade Bronzed. She just showed a clip of her putting a little bit in her cheeks, just like in the hollows of her cheekbones. And then she also put a bit on her forehead. She actually, she puts quite a lot on her forehead, so maybe we were destined to be friends. Do love a bit of bronzer on my forehead. So far, I have to say, this skin looks beautiful. Like she said, she just takes a small brush and does a little bit of nose contour just down the sides, and then a little bit just under here, which I love doing as well because it kind of like lifts your nose up. Yeah, this skin, 10 out of 10.
In the family, we're gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty blush, which is in Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. This is the best blush ever.
So I did actually look this up. It's one of the highlighters, but it's in like a pinky sort of tone. I don't have this one, but I do have another blush that's a similar shade.
And you can never have too much blush in my world, so I just throw it on and I just make it as obnoxiously blushy as possible without looking too crazy. It's
I love
really
that.
awesome to watch how much makeup has developed.
Love that. So it's a shimmery blush. I've got some of these, which are the Bare Minerals Bronzers. These literally just came out, and it's like a blush and bronzer combination. I think I'm going to use one of these. I'm going to go for this one because it looks quite similar to the Fenty shade that she used. It's called Kiss of Copper, and wow, okay, that looks really pigmented. I'm a little bit scared because I haven't actually tried this before, but I opened it yesterday and I was like, you know what? This looks similar to what she used. Okay, wow, maybe that was a bit much. Okay, this just, this looks crazy. This looks a little bit insane. One sec, let me just try and like dull that down a little bit. I think because her skin tone is a bit deeper than mine, it doesn't kind of come up as intense when she puts on a lot of blush, but because I'm a little bit fairer, it's just a little bit more obvious when I put on a lot of blush.
So the next step is my beloved Morphe
so stunning.
Madison Beer palette. So I'm gonna go with a lighter shade, and social media obviously is a great place, and I think there has been an overflow of
Wait,
Morphe
what
Madison
shade did she
Beer.
use?
So I'm using this shade in my palette, and I'm gonna use a little bit of this one as well, and I'm just mixing the two, and I'm going just into the crease of my eyes right here. And I'm using, I keep going back in with this lighter shade,
okay,
just to throw it in the corner of my eye in the middle.
So this is her collaboration palette with Morphe. I actually really like this palette. It's kind of like everything you would need in a neutrals palette. It's got light shades, it's got darker shades, it's got transition colors, shimmers, it's got a black, it's got a dark brown. It's kind of got everything that you would need. Probably going to look quite a bit darker on me because like I said, like her skin tone is definitely a bit deeper than mine. Oh wow, yeah, okay, that's really quite dark. I don't want it to be too intense because her makeup looks very, very natural. So she just kind of brings that through her crease. And she's clearly a girl after my own heart because she's using one big fluffy brush just to like whack on all the colours, which I kind of love. So it's a very easy look, which I like. So I'm just going to take some of that light shade. She kind of just puts that on the inner part of her eye, just here.
So I've been using this MAC 224 brush since I was in 6th grade. I'm not joking. I think this brush has literally been with me for 10 years. Speaking of brushes, one that I did make that is my savior is this Morphe Madison Beer brush. This is the best eyeshadow color in the world. So I use this brush for my inner corner, and that is it. And this is what I do. So I always try to look down or like center.
Oh, okay.
This is all this brush is for.
Is this it? Oh my god, this is it! I'm just going to take a bit more of that light shade and kind of like blend over this because I feel like it looks a lot more harsh than Madison's does, even though I used the same shades. Oh no, I've just kind of made it look a bit grey. So this is the brush that she's talking about, and she uses this shade here. I've got my palette upside down. And she just kind of extends her inner corners like that. Wow, even that just made my eyes look so different.
And then I have a bit bigger of brush to do my liner. And I also have not always worn eyeliner, but once I get
Sorry if you can hear Pinky outside, by the way.
to a routine, I can't break it. I'm a creature of habit, and I use the exact same shadow color. What I do is I'll look and I will imagine if I had a really long eyelash coming out from here, like where would it sit and what would it look like? And so I see like a line in my head and then I just follow that. So
that's a good tip actually. So she's just doing a little wing. So
see how it like aligns with my eyelash? I think that's the goal at least.
I like that. So it's very, very subtle and she's just using that exact same shade again. This one just here and just extending as if she has a really long eyelash. See, my lashes aren't that curly, but I can try. And she just does a very small wing.
So once the eyeliner's on, I start to feel a little bit more complete. The next step is my highlighter, my cream highlighter, which is the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter wand, and I just do like 2 little dots right there. And I love highlighter. I feel like it just makes me feel like I'm a forest nymph and a fairy, and like, who wouldn't feel like a fairy?
I feel her on that. I also love a bit of highlighter, we know that here. So she's using the highlighter from Charlotte Tilbury, which is the Stick Beauty Light Wand thing, which is really nice. I don't use this very often. I'm not that much of a cream highlighter kind of person. Cream blush and bronzer, yes, but cream highlight, not so much. But of course I'm going to use this because she does. So she's using her sponge to just blend that out. That's actually really beautiful. I should use that more, it's really nice.
I double up on highlighter a little bit. I really like this Glossier one. It's called Play, I think. And it's a very similar thing to what I just did, but it's a slight variation in pigment, I guess. And I put it on with my fingers.
This scares me a bit. She's just put on a second liquid highlighter, this time with her fingers. I don't have the Glossier one, but again, this one is kind of like a dupe. It's the Beauty Crop Glow Milk, and I've got the shade Pear Pressure. Or is it supposed to be? No, it's not pear, that says pear. It looks like this, and the colour looks very similar to the Glossier one. The more highlight, the better. So she puts a couple dots on her cheeks, and then she just blends that in with her fingers, because I guess why not? Okay, wow. That is also absolutely stunning. I remember the first time I tried this liquid highlight, I was so impressed with it because I don't normally like them. I find that a lot of the time liquid highlights kind of separate my foundation, but this one is really beautiful. Also, I think it's drugstore. I think it's quite affordable as well. It's really, really stunning. Now I'm extremely glowy.
I'm going to go in with my mascara. It's called Lash Slick by Glossier, and it makes my eyelashes look like eyelash extensions. It just fills them out so much.
She's got the most amazing eyelashes.
So anyways, now I'm going to my highlighter.
Okay, wait, I need to do my mascara first. So I'm just going to use a little bit of my Maybelline Sky High. I really want to try some Glossier products. If anybody has any specific products from Glossier that they'd recommend, please let me know, because I think I'm going to do a big order from their website. I have to say though, guys, I think this might actually be my favourite celebrity makeup tutorial that I've ever followed. I love how simple it is, but it looks so flawless.
And I use this colour right here, which I made sure that I would have something that I could use in my inner corner in this palette. And so I throw this into the inner corner.
Okay.
I don't do it too much, just a little bit, just enough to get by.
All right, all right.
This is my favorite lip liner.
Oh wow, we're nearly done already. This has gone quite quickly. So she's then using this shade in her inner corners. So I'm gonna do the same. I have to say this palette is really stunning. But she kind of just puts it here rather than actually like in her tear duct. She puts it like just underneath, like literally just here. So next she moves on to lips.
This is my favorite lip liner because it matches my lip tone and I can get away with overlining my lips a lot and it doesn't really show.
Nice.
And already you can see this is where my lip is and I go below it.
Okay, so she overlines her lips. She doesn't say exactly what lip liner she's using. It's a Charlotte Tilbury one, but they haven't put in the description what shade it is. Looking at it, I think it's Iconic Nude. It doesn't look as pink as Pillow Talk, so I'm going to use Iconic Nude. And as I also do as well, she just overlines her lips. But she doesn't talk while she's doing it, so I'll be right back.
This lip gloss I found from TikTok. This is the Ulta Beauty Juice Infused Lip Oil. It's so nice.
Oh, that does look nice.
And I really like to get that Cupid's bow. I put it on like my lip liner on my skin, but once you put lip gloss on top of that, it looks like your lip.
It does. This one is the Lottie London Oil Slick. We don't have Ulta Beauty in the UK, so I don't have that one, but this is just a lip oil. Smells quite nice actually, and I'm just gonna put that all over. The best thing about lip oils is that they look like a lip gloss, but they're not sticky at all and they're really hydrating. So I love how she uses a lip oil. Very nice, very nice.
And the last thing that I do, and this is if I'm feeling real fancy, give myself a spray of the same stuff I used at the beginning. A light spray.
Okay.
A light spray. Nothing too crazy.
Ooh.
But my finishing touch, final step of my makeup daily routine is my hoops. I can't leave the house without my hoops, and if I do leave the house without my hoops, it's a very strange, weird day for me. I think I've been wearing gold hoops
Oh my god.
every day since I was like 15 probably.
Look at her.
It just completes my whole vibe. Because now I can wear sweatpants and still feel like I did something. Alright guys, that's it for me. Thank you so much. Peace!
She's just so stunning. I feel like this whole video is just me been like simping over Madison Beer for 15 minutes straight. So the final thing that she did is just give her face a very, very light spritz. So I'm gonna do the same. Lovely stuff. Do I look any more like Madison Beer? You know what? I'm gonna say this is my favorite celebrity makeup routine that I think I've followed on my channel. I absolutely love the finished result. My skin looks so glowy. It's definitely changed my face. Definitely the eyes have made me look a little bit different to what I normally do. The only thing that I'd probably change for this, if I was going to be wearing this on a regular basis, is I would add a little bit more powder because my skin is so oily, and I'd probably just add a little bit of pencil to my brows just to neaten them up a bit and make them a bit fuller. But I mean, I feel so glamorous. Oh, hello. I feel pretty amazing. I really love it. Yeah, so you can kind of see like I would probably need a little bit more powder just on my cheeks here, just because they are a little bit like, don't know, bit too intense of a glow for me. But overall, I think this makeup look is stunning. I love the eyes. They're so simple but like so pretty. Okay guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm now just going to answer a question of the day. If you're new here, if you haven't watched me before, I always answer a question of the day at the end of my videos. So if you want to ask me anything, it can literally be about anything in my life or just any advice or just, you know, literally anything. Leave it down below in the comments with the hashtag question of the day, because then I can find it easier in my comments and then I might answer it in my next video. Today's question comes from Caitlin Woods and she said, for the eczema, I find I'm allergic to certain concealers concealers, especially if I use under and on my eyes, forehead and my nose. I hope this helps. I think it's the same actually. I think there are certain concealers that I react to. But her question of the day is, do you enjoy being on James's Twitch and have you thought about setting up your own? So if you didn't know, James is my boyfriend and he has recently started streaming on Twitch because he plays games a lot anyway. And he said to me like, oh, I'd really love to do Twitch. And I was like, why don't you just give it a go? I mean, you spend half your life gaming anyway, you may as well stream it. So he does have a Twitch. I will leave it down below if anybody is interested. It's just twitch.tv/ his username, which is JTMYNG. By the way, I forgot to mention, when James gets to 1.5k followers on his Twitch, he's gonna let me do his makeup live on stream, so go follow him please. But he streams on Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, and I've actually joined him quite a lot, so a lot of you probably don't even know that, but sometimes I join in on his streams and we've done like live Q&As and stuff, and mostly like games. We've played a bit of Call of Duty on there. We were playing Little Nightmares the other day. We played Human Fall Flat, so there's a few games that we've played together on his stream. I don't know if at the moment I would do my own like Twitch, just because I don't know how to use it, and like YouTube is my main thing, but maybe one day in the future. Because I also joined Sophie Louise on her Twitch the other day. My friend Sophie Louise, if you didn't know, she's a YouTuber as well, but she now streams on Twitch. Maybe in the future, we'll see. We'll see. Is that something you guys would want to see? Who knows? I don't really know if anyone would be interested, but yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.